Hi, I'm Justin Kahn. I'm here with Donette Beckett and Kennedy Nolan. We're all with the Decatur Herald and Review. Quite a few years of experience, I guess, between the three of us. We're going to kind of tell you guys a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about the Herald and Review. I'll go ahead and start. Again, I'm Justin Kahn. I'm the sports editor here. I've been here at the Herald and Review for maybe about 12 years now, around 12 years now. Was in sports as a reporter for a long time. Also worked in news and have been the sports editor for around 2 years now. We have a lot of really great reporters that work for us as well. In my department, I have Joey Wagner, who is just a tireless guy and really passionate reporter. Matthew Foughton as well, who really has an eye for interesting stories. Even I still do some reporting. I have a story coming out this weekend about the final Forsyth Classic. It's a tournament that's been here for 35 years in our community and really touched a lot of people's lives. I think that there are a lot of people in Decatur who never experienced this tournament, but the people who did, it really touched their lives. So, in sports, we've really worked hard to try to bring, all the local stories from, community events, high school, and of course, the professional stuff as well, and fans and things like that. So, Donette, I know you've been here almost as long as me. What, 8 years now or so? 9 years?
9 years, 9 years, yes. And in the opportunities I've been given, I started out as an obituary clerk, so I got a chance to meet people who were, emotional, we'll say, and other opportunities, weddings, engagements, things like that. And because of that, I've had opportunities to meet the community, and I get to do stories such as this one. It's just one we pulled out. It's just a nursing facility where they work on puzzles. So I get to do stories like this. Many just community involvement stories, and any opportunity that I can to get out into the public and to meet people, just everyday people. Those are my favorites. They have interesting stories, and most of them don't even know it. So, any kind of story like that, I always love to hear from other people. So, go ahead.
I'm Kennedy Nolan, the public safety reporter. I've only been here, I don't know how long, not even, maybe 5 months, but I already love it. I really like it here. I get to do a little bit of everything. Donette just said she likes to get out to meet people. I just did a story about a Korean War veteran, and he was amazing, Jack Stringer. And I'm working on a story now about new animal welfare laws. I remember I would read it and read the comics with my dad at the kitchen table, so that was really cool. It's really weird working here in a good way. I never really expected it, so it's awesome.
I think I also grew up reading the newspaper, and where I'm from in Quincy, Illinois, the Quincy Herald Whig, and I never really thought of. I was always, and I got into this job more as I'm a sports fan. I love sports. I loved reading the sports page. I wanted to work for the sports page, but as I got into it, really for me the storytelling part was, I guess, the part that really, I guess, kept me here and really was my favorite part of the job. And I think that's something that in your local newspaper you get that maybe you don't get from other media outlets, is that's that deep, where you can really spend some time with somebody. There's times where I'll spend 30, 45 minutes, longer interviewing people and really, learning their story and really kind of being able to tell that deeper story, which I think that's my favorite thing about this particular type of journalism in the newspaper industry.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite story you've done in the last 2 years?
In the last 2 years, I would say that'd easily be the stories I did on Kevin Hale, the teacher at Eisenhower who had a kidney transplant. Just kind of getting to know Kevin and bringing his story. One that he originally didn't want people to necessarily know about, but then decided he did want to tell it. And from the telling of that story, the outpouring he ended up finding a donor and getting a kidney, and now is healthy. I guess for me, that's probably been, in my career, the most emotionally touching story, that really hit me personally that I've done.
What about you two?
Actually, I have several. Usually, like a musician, I like the story that I did last. So right now, in Monday's paper, there will be a story about a group of youth, young black men making a difference is the name of the group, and they're doing wonderful things. But to be honest with you, I do always like those stories where I actually get to go do something. Mm-hmm. I've had stories where I got to ride make sure I get the title right, a dry land dog sled team. I got to actually ride in the cold, in the rain, in the wet, and through hills with a bunch of dogs in front of me. It was,
I didn't know you did that.
oh yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
cool.
cool.
Go read the story. It is a
Yeah.
fun story. Look it up in the archive section, which I believe you get free with a prescription or subscription. So.
Yes, but we'll come back to that.
Okay, all right. So anyway, yeah, anytime of those stories where people go out and get dirty and just get to do the things that people are doing, I love those.
Kennedy?
I think, oh, man, I really like the CBD story, but I think the Marie Kondo story that I did about how her organization method had an effect on Central Illinois people and how they put it to use, or some people actually criticized it. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting, and I kind of brought out a woman's personal story about her sick daughter and kind of just wrapped it in there, and I think that one actually might be it. So, yeah.
So we just wanted to kind of introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about our product and the deal we have going on right now.
The Friends and Family sale.
Which is the Friends and Family sale. 99 cents for the first month, and then $9.99 following that. It's the Digital Plus subscription, which includes digital and also the archives. So it's a really great deal.